Welcome to Biafra Battle Cry Television. We are glad to have you here today. We brought to you the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legal team's message, the update, and the press release, on this date the 12th of February, 2025. This press release was what transpired during Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court appearance on the 10th of February, 2025, where he mocked the judicial system of Nigeria as the shrine of injustice. And he also added that the poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Now, listen and hear from his legal special counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimeka.
During our visitation today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instructed us to convey to the civilized world his resolve to take his trial insofar as it comports with the tenets of the law. He made it clear that the era of institutional bias against him by Abuja courts is over in his case. He stands to challenge any court that fails to align its decisions with rule of law. He maintains that, with the obvious exception of one, the rest of the decisions taken in his cases in Abuja have been riddled with blatant unconstitutionality in contravention of Section 36 of the Nigerian Constitution that mandated courts be independent and impartial. It's particularly noteworthy that the finding made by the Supreme Court to the effect that Justice Binta Matoko is biased by revoking Mazi Kanu's is sufficient reason to oust her jurisdiction, especially as she also dishonored the Supreme Court by her inexplicable refusal to reinstate the bail. In the circumstance therefore, especially consequent upon her recusal, Justice Binta Matoko should no longer have any business with Mazi Kanu's case. Thus, it is an egregious breach of the law for the Chief Judge of Federal High Court, Justice John Tsoho, to reassign Mazi Kanu's case to a judge whose jurisdiction is forever barred by an extant order of recusal. For the foregoing reasons, the entire proceedings conducted on February 10, 2025 before Justice Binta Matoko's court has no foundation in law and reason, and the same goes for any ruling that was purportedly made that day. Therefore, those peddling the narrative that Mazi Kanu's case has been adjourned indefinitely do not understand the basic law, and that is, once a judge is recused, she has lost the jurisdiction to convene, sit or deliver any ruling on the same case from which she has been recused. That's what the black letter law says, and it shall abide, now and forever. Signed, Barrister Aloy Ejimeka, ESQ. From Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Legal Team.
Obodo kenenu Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Kani kenebenu Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Amadike Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike. Ikagugondi Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, Amadike.
Certainly. Here's a brief analysis of the article provided by the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Summary. The article we just brought to your attention is a press release from Biafra Battle Cry Television, dated the 12th of February, 2025. It covers the court appearance of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the 10th of February, 2025, and includes a message from his legal team, particularly his special counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimeka. Kanu criticizes the Nigerian judicial system, alleging bias and unconstitutionality in the handling of his case. Key points. Criticism of the judicial system. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mocks the Nigerian judicial system, referring to it as a shrine of injustice and claiming that poor knowledge of the law is detrimental to the country. Legal team's message. Kanu's legal counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimeka, conveys Kanu's resolve to undergo trial only if it adheres to the rule of law. Kanu argues that the Abuja courts have shown institutional bias against him. Challenge to judicial decisions. Kanu maintains that most decisions taken in his cases in Abuja have been unconstitutional, violating Section 36 of the Nigerian Constitution, which mandates that courts must be independent and impartial. Supreme Court findings. The Supreme Court's finding that Justice Binta Matoko is biased is highlighted, especially her refusal to reinstate Kanu's bail. Kanu argues that, following her recusal, Justice Matoko should no longer preside over his case. Criticism of the Chief Judge. Kanu's team criticizes the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Tsoho, for reassigning the case to a judge who has already been recused, which they argue is an egregious breach of the law. Proceedings on the 10th of February, 2025. The legal team asserts that the proceedings on this date have no legal basis and any rulings made are invalid. Implications. The article underscores significant concerns regarding judicial impartiality and adherence to constitutional principles in Nigeria. Kanu's legal team is using strong language to challenge the legitimacy of the judicial process in his case, which could have broader implications for public perception of the Nigerian legal system. The situation surrounding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial highlights deep-seated issues within the Nigerian judicial system. Kanu's legal team argues that the system is biased against him due to his Igbo ethnicity, which they claim has led to a series of unconstitutional decisions. Here is the key factors contributing to the perceived injustice. Number 1. Ethnic bias. Kanu's legal team suggests that the judicial system in Nigeria is biased against the Igbo ethnic group, leading to unfair treatment in court proceedings. Number 2. Judicial impartiality. The principle of judicial impartiality is fundamental to fair trials. Kanu's team argues that Justice Binta Matoko's continued involvement in his case, despite a Supreme Court order for her recusal, violates this principle. Number 3. Rule of law. Kanu's legal team emphasizes the importance of the rule of law and argues that the decisions made in his case have been unconstitutional and biased. Number 4. Public perception. The ongoing controversy and perceived bias in Kanu's trial can undermine public trust in the judicial system, raising concerns about the fairness and impartiality of the courts. Here is the broader implications. The situation with Kanu's trial is not just about one individual, it reflects broader issues of ethnic tensions and the struggle for justice in Nigeria. The perceived bias and lack of impartiality in the judicial system can lead to a loss of faith in the rule of law and the legitimacy of the courts. This can have far-reaching consequences for the stability and unity of the nation. Addressing these issues requires a commitment to upholding the principles of justice, impartiality, and the rule of law. It also necessitates a transparent and fair judicial process that can restore public confidence in the system. What are your thoughts on this situation? If you have any specific aspects of the article you'd like us to delve deeper into, just let us know by dropping your comments in the comment section. Thanks for watching Biafra Battle Cry TV, and please share this latest update with the lovers of freedom across the globe as we decipher the global rebellious high-profile case against Ndigbo. Stay tuned and see you here again.
This is the laws of Nigeria. The prosecution and this court doesn't know the law. That is the fact.
Yes.
Poor knowledge of the law is killing Nigeria. Poor knowledge of the law, they don't know the law. This is a federal gazetted law of Nigeria that says here that the chief judge of Nigeria cannot tell Binta Matoko what to do. It's here. It's your law. Just obey it. That is why I do what I do. I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra, my right to agitate. My right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism.
I didn't can wake up a part. Where's the guy with the Lugoji? In this state, Nando Hanese, Munai Beleba. He will manage it that. No, near. Cabin, mine and it. Oh, and now.
There won't. Okay, there's no number. If you know, okay,
IPOB.